Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Mystical Monday. I hope everybody's doing super well today. So we have Positivity Penguin is helping us out today, and we've got our Selenite here for guidance and protection. Not that we need protecting today, but you know, the guidance bit will certainly help. So let's see what the energies are doing. We're very close now. We're like a week away, right? A week? Yeah, we're like a week away from moving into the next energetic phase. I mean, it's not going to be like today we're in this energetic phase, tomorrow we're in a different one. You know, it's not as clear cut as that. But the energy is definitely moving into that phase over the next week. So I think, you know, obviously it's affecting all of us, and I think we're all starting to feel it now. Things are starting to move, you know. We're feeling that kind of forward motion, that get up and go, and enthusiasm for things. We're ready, and I feel like we're really ready for it. We've been in an inward, introspective state for quite some time. You know, it's been a good I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and I know that we're all starting to feel like we just want to get moving now. We want to get things done. We want things to start happening in the physical reality, and we've all very much got our right head on, because we've been given the opportunity to, right? So let's have a look. Let's see what's going on then with this energy. Let's dig into it. It's certainly feeling, I think a lot of people within the collective are starting to feel a bit anxious, because we can feel that change is coming. Yeah, so we've got fog veiled and we've got rain purification. We're definitely, I mean, I know this is only going to echo everything I've just said, right? But we're certainly moving into this new phase. The rain is kind of washing away the old phase, you know, and there's this very much unknown energy. I mean, I know I keep banging on about this, right? But since the Great Conjunction, sorry, I'm doing it again. But since the Great Conjunction, 21st of December, winter solstice was on the same day last year. Energy has felt completely different. Everything is unknown. And we're being given, these phases are actually longer than they used to be, because it's giving us chance to recognize what the energy is, what it's doing, how it's affecting us, and it's giving us a little bit longer to settle into it and get used to it before it changes into something else. So this energetic phase that we're currently in, like I say, it's lasted for about 4 or 5 months. You know, prior to that, these phases were lasting for maybe 2 or 3 months. So Spirit's being very gentle with us in that she's allowing us to really get to grips with what's going on, you know, energetically speaking, and she's really allowing us to kind of bleed it dry as well, because we're evolving, you know, spiritually. We're evolving, and this energy is helping us to do that. So these phases are longer, and they're like nothing that we've ever really experienced before, you know. So this is why we're seeing this fog, this veiled kind of, it's not that the energy is veiled, it's just our perception of it is, because it's not energy that we've ever experienced before. So along with that unknown, of course, comes ego. You know, ego always responds to anything that induces fear or discomfort, and something that's unknown always has that effect on us. We can still be excited about something that's unknown, but there's always a little bit of apprehension that comes with it, and that's because ego kicks up and, you know, tries to keep things the same, because that's safe, right? What's known is safe as far as ego is concerned. So a lot of us within the collective are feeling a bit anxious. Maybe you don't know why you're feeling anxious, so I can tell you that's why. It's because the energy is starting to shift out into something new, and it's unknown. It's not energy that we've ever experienced before, and ego only understands the physical realm. So, you know, if you are feeling anxious and you don't know why, that's because perhaps you're listening more to your ego than you are to your own self, your soul, your spiritual self. Meditation will remedy this very easily, very quickly. Meditation gives us the answers that we're looking for, which are within us all along, but it brings it to the conscious mind, brings it to the surface, so that we can understand things a bit better. So like I say, the energy isn't really veiled, that's just our perception of it. So if you're part of this collective, obviously you're part of the collective, but there's little pockets within the collective of, you know, different people doing different things, but we're all working towards the same thing ultimately. But you know, if this is you, right, then meditation is the answer there. We are being guided into a new phase, and it's going to feel very refreshing, right? Like the rain, you know, we're seeing this purification. It's going to feel very refreshing and new and abundant and fun and exciting. The apprehension, that's why I swapped these back over to how they were originally, because the apprehension takes a back seat to all of that, because there's so much good to come from this next phase. Obviously this is a reading for where we're at right now, but I'm not going to nail it down to just that, because often Spirit wants to talk about future energy so that we know what's coming, as well as understanding where we currently are. So how should we do this? I think perhaps we should look at past, present and future. Actually, I think that would be quite useful, to kind of wrap up this next or to wrap up this phase that we're currently in. I'm just going to very quickly consult my my diary, because I think the next is it next week? I was talking about this on stream. The full moon, it is next Monday. Yeah. So for next Monday's video, it's not going to be like, well, it will be a Mystical Monday video, but it's not purely going to be a Mystical Monday. It's going to be a full moon video for next Monday, because next Tuesday I'm going to release the video a day early so that we can prepare for it. And actually, whilst I'm on this, if you're signed up to Patreon and you're a member of the Cosmic Clan, then you'll be able to view that video on the Sunday, so it'll actually be 2 days early, because all of my patrons and Cosmic Clan members get to view all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's released to the public. So if that's something you're interested in, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. But next Tuesday, the 27th of April, will be a full moon. It's also a super moon, and it's in Scorpio. Also, Pluto goes retrograde in Capricorn until October, so there'll be a video on that as well, a separate video. So look out for that too. But you know, so next week, this really is the last week, right? Because the when that full supermoon comes in, that's going to herald the new energetic phase. So so I think looking at past, present, future at this point would be very useful for us. So I'm just going to pull one more card, and oh, hello, okay. There it is, straight away. Didn't even need to shuffle, it just leapt out. We've got flow, so we've got a water card. There's more water, right? The rain and water here. Flow. So we're going to use these as our like talisman energy cards for this reading. So you know, I'm not going to repeat myself with the ego stuff and the veiled stuff, you know. But the flow, we're being asked to just surrender, right? Just fully accept, right? That if you want if you want to be purified, you're gonna have to get wet, right? You're gonna have to go and stand in the rain, and it might feel like something that initially you don't want to do, i.e., moving into this next phase that's more physically orientated, is gonna seem fucking scary. But we just gotta flow with it. We just gotta go into this next phase with an open mind and just flow with it, and therefore be purified. Which I know sounds terribly Christian. Obviously, I don't mean it in that way at all. This is more of a starting again, right? Like starting afresh, starting a new chapter in the book of your life. So I'm going to leave those up there with Positivity Penguin to look after. So let's have a look at past, present, future then, energies, so we can get a better idea as to where we've been, where we are, where we're going as a collective. So we'll start with the same deck, I think. So let's look at past energy. Let's just do past energy first. So this could be in the deep past. Oh, hello. Or this could be, you know, yesterday. It's however you want to take it, because obviously this is a collective reading, so this isn't this might, like, just take what resonates, I think is what I'm trying to say. Take what resonates, right? If it doesn't resonate, then it's not a message for you individually. Just whilst I think of it, I do private readings, so if anybody, you know, if you feel that you would benefit from delving into you individually, at the, you know, now that we're at the end of this energetic phase and moving into a new one, just hit me up on Discord. Links in the description below for the Discord. Just send me a little message. They're all videos exactly like this, uploaded to YouTube, so it's there forever. You can view it as many times as you like, and it's a private video, obviously, so it's only you and I that get to see it. I send you a private link, and I can get readings out within a couple of days of booking it in with me. So just putting that out there, if you think that you'd benefit. You know, this is such an important time. If you were ever going to get a reading, really now is the time, because this is where so much change and flux is going on. Could be useful, you know, to see where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going. So yeah, just saying. So collectively speaking, then we've got lightning power. So now I can see already actually how this reading is going to play out and what we're going to be looking at here. As you know, I am an intuitive reader, so I don't plan readings ahead of time how I'm going to structure them. I just sort of flow with it, right? And Aurora, my guide, is with me now, and she's sort of she's whittering away in my ear, and she's telling me that what we're doing really is we're doing a recap of this particular energetic phase that we're in now. So the inward journey, as it were, that we've been experiencing over the last handful of months has brought us great inner power. We've been able to assess for ourselves, individually speaking, through this introspection, where we've been in this lifetime energetically, and therefore we're ready now to head off somewhere different. The power that we've gained it's what's the word? It's like instrumental, you know, for us moving into the next phase. Absolutely, because we need to be brave is probably not the right word, but we need to be, you know, positive and what's the right word? Abundance, not the right word. We need to be positive and optimistic. That's the word I'm looking for. We need to be optimistic, right? We need to be looking at like the bright side of things, for manifestation to really come about in our favor, for us to really be able to manifest the things that we desire. So this energetic phase now has been very introspective. It's been the inner world, the inner journey, being in our little caves, our little sanctuaries, and being a bit solitary, and it's not that we've been antisocial, right? But we've not been as social as we perhaps usually are. Now, I'm not talking about the physical reality, I'm talking about energetically speaking. So obviously, the physical reality, what is outside of ourselves, is a reflection of what's going on inside of ourselves. So we've got a kind of chicken and egg situation going on here with the current state of things in the physical world. You guys know what I'm talking about. But isn't it interesting that it's happening at this particular time where we're in this energetic phase, which calls for us being largely on our own, and really thinking about things for ourselves and how we want things to change. The physical reality has definitely reflected that. Like I say, it's chicken and the egg as to whether what was going on in the physical pushed us into this mindset, or whether we were moving into this mindset and then the physical reality reflected it. Either way, the elite decided to create things in this particular way. I'm getting off track now. I don't want to get into this in the reading. If you're interested in, you know, this kind of stuff, what the elite are doing to try and knock us off track, come and join us in a live stream. Again, links are all in the description below for Discord and Twitch, where we talk about this kind of stuff. But it's all intertwined and it's all interlinked, so it's hard for me to not mention it. But moving on, so regardless as to what came first, we are very much benefiting from the time that we've spent on our own, in this solitary kind of state. We've gained great power from it. So let's I've just realised how dark it's gotten since the sun has gone in. Can I fix this? I can fix it a little bit. Okay, so let's see what else we've got then, for our past set here. Goodness. Wait, yeah, doesn't that make sense? It's not time yet. Things are being woven, and isn't that exactly where we've been for the last handful of months? Nothing's been going on in the physical reality. We feel like we've been in a waiting state, right? We've been waiting for things to happen in the physical. Of course, they're not going to happen until this energetic phase is over and we're in the next one. So we're talking May, you know, end of this month, May. So certainly that's very accurate there for the past. We've been waiting. We've been focusing on finding our power, right? We've been focusing on other things. Also noticed the colours here are very similar, whatever that means. So let's see what we've learned. What have we learned? The cosmos, creativity and vastness. More of the same colour. Look at that. It's all very dark blue. It's all really dark blue. Beautiful. yeah, we've learned that the power that we seek is within, right? That we are the cosmos. It's not something that floats around in, beyond the sky up above us that we tap into when we meditate. When we meditate, we tap into ourselves. We are the cosmos. We're all part of the same thing. We only feel that we're separate from it because we're in individual bodies. There's only one soul in this body. There's only one soul in your body, right? It gives us the illusion of separateness, and individuality, which we don't really possess. It's an illusion. I'm not saying that you're not, an individual and a creative, individual. Obviously you are, but when we don't have bodies, we express that creativity together, and the ideas come from little sparks here and there within the cosmos, which we are those sparks, right? So this is more of what we've learned here, is over the course of the last couple of months, is that we are the cosmos. I feel that lots of you have been meditating, lots of you have been really paying attention to your own minds and to your own hearts and your own souls, your own thought processes. You've been really acutely paying attention to yourselves, and beginning to understand, for those of you that are new to this journey, or new to the awareness, and being consciously aware of what you are. Lots of people kind of quote unquote waking up, and having these realizations and revelations about what you are and your purpose and what you want to do with that information, that truth, that knowledge. You are the cosmos. I feel that a lot of you have been meditating, and perhaps when you haven't previously before, and a lot of you have become vegetarian or vegan. A lot of you have started expressing an interest in like self-sufficiency and living a completely different lifestyle. This is all part of getting back to our human roots, and playing the role of being a true human, not these like zombie robots which is the society that we've been born into and brainwashed into behaving like. It's not who we truly are. I mean, no wonder we found such power in this time. It's like we've been disconnected from the Matrix, right? Because things haven't been how we're used to them being in the physical reality. So we feel quite disconnected from the Matrix, and we've been finding other ways to occupy ourselves and to creatively use our time. And it's brought forth a lot of questions and a lot of, like I say, realizations. And it's brought forth a lot of truth too. We've really gotten to know ourselves in this time, when previously we were too preoccupied to really get to know ourselves. We only got to know ourselves through how other people perceive us. But in the absence of other people being around, we only have our own opinions, right? So we're really coming to understand ourselves and be a little bit more steadfast in our desires and our opinions and our mindset, what we want for ourselves. So interesting, right? I mean, it's really interesting to look at it in this way, because I'm sure a lot of you have probably been, saying whilst I've been talking, like, yeah, but I knew that already, right? But have we stopped to really think about it in this recap-ish kind of way? I mean, I certainly haven't. Now we've got here another dark blue card. It's all blue, like all of it. Even the flow over here we've got is, is blue. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So there's a couple of things here. I mean, first of all, we've got a water sign, which I just mentioned, the flow, right? That's water as well, flow. So Cancer being a water sign is, Cancer's very family orientated, and emotional, motherly, right? Cancers are very motherly, matriarchal kind of energy. Whether you're male or female, right? Regardless, Cancer's very loving and caring, and puts their family and their friends, the people they love, before themselves. They're quite selfless in this respect, but it's in a very gentle, divine feminine manner. It's not, in contrast, right? It's not patriarchal in it's not in like a, I'm really struggling to find the words here. It's not in a protective, divine masculine way. This is in a emotional, lending emotional support, gentle, loving, motherly way is the only way I can put it, really. I feel that this is the energy that we've been giving ourselves. This is how we've been viewing ourselves. We've been taking better care of ourselves. And this is new moon as well, rather than a full moon. So new moon, we're looking at new beginnings, fresh desires, that kind of thing. So I feel that, again, looking at the past, right? So over the past few months, we've been taking care of ourselves in a different and new way. We've been through these revelations and the power that we found in this waiting state, right, where we're not too keen or eager to put things into play in the physical reality, or haven't been. I mean, now we're starting to think about it because we're at the end of this phase. But we've been quite happy just to chill and to be embarking upon this process with ourselves inwardly. It's been quite pleasant, I feel. A lot of us have really enjoyed the process of understanding ourselves better and getting to know ourselves better, and learning to enjoy our own company, when before we were too insecure to do that. And taking better care of ourselves. So like I said a minute ago, I mean, some of us within the collective have chosen this time to become vegetarian or vegan, or pescatarian. There's less meat, there's less cruelty, there's more compassion, there's more love, there's more regard for life, when it comes to these things, when it comes to our own self-care, cruelty-free products. We're becoming more aware, of how precious life is, and not just our own, right? This is the Cancer energy. Like I say, it's very gentle and nurturing, and motherly. And also, this, you and your loved ones are safe. I feel that we've been very secure in kind of putting others down and picking ourselves up, knowing that we need to take care of ourselves before we can take care of other people, and the other people in our life, they're fine without us for a little while whilst we have this introspective phase, because equally they're doing the same thing as you, right? They're having their little introspection, and they know that you're fine without them for a little while. There's like a mutual kind of energetic understanding here between everyone in the collective that this is what's happening right now. But I feel very much so that, despite that, I feel that this energy is more talking about what I was saying just a second ago, about having more compassion for life. There are so many of you that have changed your diet, because you don't want to be, I'm just being a little bit careful how I word this, because I don't want to upset or insult anybody, you know. Obviously, you all know that my personal views are, if you want to eat meat, you want to wear leather, you want to go fishing, you know, whatever, like, whatever floats your boat, you do what makes you happy. It's personally not something that I would do, because I myself am vegan, and try to live my life as cruelty-free as possible, you know. But that's me, and that's my personal choice, and you know, I personally don't pass any judgment on how other people choose to live their lives. But I am reading the energy right here, and it seems that there are many people within the collective that have chosen to step into a more compassionate lifestyle. I mean, you know, bluntly put, you just don't want to partake in eating meat anymore. You don't want to, you want to help to preserve life rather than destroy it. And the awareness on the truth of that has been raised. So it's it's very much a conscious thing now. How you live, it's conscious living, right? So again, not to insult anybody, if that doesn't resonate with you, then that's fair enough. That's not you know, a message for you, but this is what the energy, generally speaking, has been doing for us. So can we, we're going to run out of room, aren't we? So let's have a look at what's presently going on then. What's the present energy? What deck do we want to use for this? Let's use this one, actually. Let's see. Let's see what's presently going on then. Based off of what we've seen here, what, you know, where are we now? Because it's A leads to B leads to C, right? We wouldn't presently be where we are if it wasn't for the things that we've learned in this energetic phase, you know, in the past. So now that we have an idea as to what this energy's been doing for us and what we've learned and what, you know, what we've been doing, how we've been using the energy, where are we now? Beautiful. Yeah, okay, so we've got the Dream Walker, dreams, the collective good, and illusion. And then we have the Map Maker of Destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Yeah, so we've been able to, so we as in, we've been able to, as in I'm still speaking in the past tense, right? There's going to be a little bit of past, present, and future energy in this particular spread right here, right? Even though we're looking at the present, because it encompasses all of it in a way. Now, because of the conscious thinking that we've been doing, it's been really helping us to decide what we want for ourselves in the future. The Map Maker of Destiny, it's helped us to create a map, right, for ourselves individually, knowing where we've been and where we have been lately, therefore where we're at now, and then therefore where we want to go. And there's this dreams, right? The collective good, it kind of coincides with this new moon in Cancer card, and the illusions, they've been brought to the surface so that we can purge them and release them, because none of us want to be under any kind of illusion anymore. We want to be conscious living so that we can figure out what's best for ourselves, what's best for the collective good, and what's best for the people around us and our loved ones and the people who are inevitably going to walk that journey with us. Excuse me. So we've been doing a lot of dreaming, right? So it's still very inward energy even now. We're still dreaming, we're thinking, we're creating, we're coming up with ideas of what we want to do next. Now we've had all these realizations. Now what do we do? Now what do we want? How have things changed? How have your desires changed? You used to want this. Do you really want that anymore? You know, a lot of people are giving up on the idea of money. You know, a lot of people wanted like a big house to live in and nice cars to drive, and now a lot of people are like, do you know what, actually I don't really need those things. I don't want those things. It's just sort of poser stuff. And I mean, maybe you do still want those things, but I feel that a lot of people in the collective are just like, you know, that's just not as important to me anymore as it used to be. Now I just want X, Y, and Z instead. You know, now I just want to experience love and joy in my moments, and to experience joy I don't need really a lot of money for those things to happen. A lot of people are thinking about becoming self-employed and going about creative endeavor instead of working for somebody else in like a job that doesn't bring them any kind of fulfillment, in a job, right, not a career. And they're only doing it because they're wanting to maintain the current lifestyle that now no longer works for them. So there's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of, it's not even planning, but it's just a lot of kind of thinking and sifting through. You know, how has my life been up until this point? Am I really happy with that? Is it fulfilling me? Is it satisfying me? Am I happy, really, is the bottom line. Am I happy? Do I experience love? Do I freely give love, and do I freely receive it? If not, then I want things to change. And how do I want things to change? So we're starting to build like a little roadmap for ourselves of where we want to be. And like I say, these illusions, you know, of things that we did want for ourselves, they're starting to change and lift. So we're not kind of blinkered by them so much anymore. Yeah, right, we've got Blue Moon, believe in the impossible. So a lot of us are moving into a mindset of there may have been things that I wanted for myself in the past, but I dismissed them because I didn't think that they were possible. And I didn't think that they were possible because I was looking at my current situation and thinking, well, this is where I'm at and this is where I want to be, and how the fuck am I going to get there? Because I don't have the means right now, and you know, I don't have the support right now, and I don't know what to do and to make this come about. So I'm just going to put it down, shelve it, or even give up on it completely. Now we found our power, right? We found our power. We know that we've been in a waiting state. We're now aware that we are the cosmos. It's not a thing that's separate to ourselves. We are the cosmos. We know that manifestation, we might not know fully, we might not completely understand how manifestation works for us individually, but we know basically, you know, generally speaking, how manifestation works enough to be able to indulge in it. And so this is helping us now to think to ourselves, well, you know, just because I'm not where I want to be doesn't mean I can't get there. And it's helping us to believe in those things again, right? Those things that maybe we wanted them in the past, or even there's new fresh ideas coming up, things that we want for ourselves. And we're not so quick to dismiss them because we found our power, etc., etc. So this, I mean, we can see, can't we, how it's built into this now, and that this energy is just teeming with possibility. It's so abundant with potential. It's so exciting. I mean, I can feel it, right? And I'm sure you guys can feel it as well. You know, not just within the collective, but for yourselves. It's just so exciting. So, I mean, let's just hop straight in, shall we, to future energy? Because I think that's probably where, like, what we all want to see at this point. Future energy. Just make a little bit of room here. So, let's see. Future energy for the collective. breath. Okay. Nearly threw half the deck on the floor. Right, so we've got nurture, and this is an earth sign. So earth, you know, is very rooted, right? This is like planting seeds and watching them grow, right? Nurturing. So all of these ideas and things, you know, we're just going to continue to nurture that, and plant seeds and allow that to grow. Within, I feel it's, you know, not just the physical reality, but it's within ourselves as well, because when we take action on things within the physical that started as something within ourselves, you know, like an idea, it builds confidence, you know, it helps us to feel more powerful and in control and secure in ourselves, and secure in our own ability, or abilities. So it's good all round, isn't it? You know, to sow these seeds, to take action in the physical. It not only builds something in the physical that we want or need, but it builds us up too, which, when we're in the belief and the knowing, shall I say, the knowing that we are capable, we're capable of whatever you want, however you want to expend your energy, it reflects back to us, because the only thing that truly exists is the inner world. The physical reality is a facade, it's an illusion, it's not real. It's just a reflection. That's literally all it is. It's a reflection of what's going on within you. And if you're feeling powerful and confident and positive and abundant, that is exactly what the physical reality will reflect back to you. Equally, if you're feeling insecure and sad and tired and, like, you know, incapable, then that equally will be reflected back to you within the physical reality. You know, you'll keep failing at things that you try, because you're in the mindset that you've already failed before you've even started. So you know, we're seeing in the past that very much the opposite of that. We've been spending this time building ourselves up. We're feeling very powerful. We know that we're very much capable. We're now putting that into action in our mental. I mean, in a way, we could see this as heart space, mental space, and physical space, couldn't we? Even though we've done past, present, future, it still kind of looks like this, because we're seeing what's really truly been going on within ourselves, what we're thinking about. Therefore, what we're thinking about, the past and the present, the heart and the head, because it always happens in this order within ourselves. And then therefore what's happening in the future, aka the physical reality, is really the same thing, isn't it? Interesting. That's an interesting realization there, I think. So let's carry on. Let's see what else we've got then for the physical reality. For the physical. Did you see what I just did there? I didn't do that on purpose. The future is what I meant, but now we've just discovered it's basically the same thing. Beautiful. Look at this. The sun dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance, right? How beautiful is that? I mean, that doesn't even need an interpretation, does it? It just doesn't. We know what that means. Let's just hop into another deck. See what else we've got. I mean, gorgeous. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. It's like we're about to step through this incredible portal that's just going to deliver us to all the things that we're currently thinking about, that we're currently working on, that we're currently in, right? It's just, you know, we're going to continue to nurture all of this energy. We're just going to continue to nurture it. It's going to be nurtured into manifesting within the physical reality. All this celebration of life, abundance, this joyful activity, having fun and experiencing joy and happiness within our moments, within the physical reality and within ourselves. And this spontaneous awakening and activation, it all stems from this right here. All of this that we've been working on, it's about to just burst out of us and into the physical space. I mean, we know that that's what's going to happen, because this phase, this energetic phase that we're about to move into, is more action orientated. It's going to take place more in the physical reality than it is within, and that's because we've spent all of this time within. We spent all this time within, and now it's going to be reflected out of us. It's the natural order of how energy works. It happens within, and then it happens without. It never happens the other way around. It's always within, then without. As above, so below, right? The as above is what's going on in your mental space, in your divine feminine center, and then the and so below is within the physical reality and your divine masculine center. As above, so below. As within, so without. It always happens that way around. And this is where so many people go wrong when it comes to manifestation, right? This is why we need to make the changes within yourself to see them reflected within the physical reality. That's how you manifest. Really, what you're doing is you're manifesting within yourself. And then there's a little bit of a lag for a couple of weeks or so, and then we see it reflected back. It's like looking in a mirror, but there's a lag on it by a few weeks. Imagine stepping in front of a mirror, right? You make some changes, you step in front of the mirror, and you have to wait a little while before you can actually see your reflection, before you can see those changes. This is how we manifest. We don't really manifest within the physical reality. That's the illusion. That's where most people slip up when it comes to manifestation. They get bored and they get sick of waiting. When you're not really waiting, I mean, if you're in a waiting state, it's because you haven't done the work yet. You have to do the work on yourself first. Then you experience it within the physical space. So let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up with the Unicorn Oracle. We haven't used this in a little while. Let's just get some last messages here of guidance to help us through, let's say, the next week, as we wrap up this energetic phase. So we've got simplicity. Put your energy into the basics and let go of the excess. Isn't that such a beautiful message? Right? We don't need to complicate things. We can see here that we've been doing the work, whether we're even aware of it or not, right? So, and so much it we've already accomplished so much. And it's so important that we get all of this stuff done, and yet we've been doing it, and there's not really been that much effort on your part, has there? You've just been doing a little bit of thinking and spending some time on your own, but the energy has been doing this work. So keep things simple, right? There's no panic to like, oh shit, I haven't meditated in a week, I better do that quick before the week is up because the next phase is coming in, and if I don't get it done then I won't be able to wrap it up, blah, 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 blah. No. Right, keep things simple. Just carry on as you are, my love, okay? You're fine. You can see that you're fine. If any of this stuff you've resonated with during this reading, then you know that you are in alignment with the collective. And if you're really stuck, you can come and get a private reading from me, you know, and we'll soon set you straight. But, you know, keep things simple. Just keep going how you've been going. If there's things that you're not happy with, behaviour that you've been indulging in, maybe you've promised yourself that you would stop getting takeout. You promised yourself that you'd stop eating chicken. You promised yourself that you'd stop, I don't know, going to bed so late. You promised yourself that you were going to just get that thing done, right, and you haven't got it done. Then change it, right? You have the power to do that. You have the capacity to do that. You're not lazy. You keep telling yourself that maybe sometimes. No, you're not. You're choosing to not do that activity, right? So keep things simple, all right? If there's things that you're not happy with, then change them. but keep it simple and make that your mantra for the next week. Keep things simple. You can't overhaul your entire life and your entire existence and your entire routine and everything that you do for yourself and the way that you are in a day or a week or a month even, all right? It's a process, it's a journey. So enjoy it and just chip away at it. And whilst you're at it, talk about your feelings, right? Tell a friend how you feel. Talk about how you feel. It's so important, because it's all well and good being on this solo individual journey of enlightenment, which is basically what we've been talking about for this whole reading. But if you don't share every now and then how you're feeling with someone who gives a shit, we tend to kind of bottle things up, and then we don't process things in quite the same way. You know, as much as it's important to spend time on your own and to process things on your own, it is just as important to share how you feel and your processes with someone else at some point. Not 100% of the time though, because then that becomes toxic and dependent. So it's about finding a balance, right? If you haven't talked about how you're feeling with someone for, you know, a while, then perhaps at some point during this week, when the opportunity organically comes up, just be like, hey dude, can I just chat with you a little bit? Can I just vent about how I'm feeling about something in particular? You know, can I just get this off my chest? Can I just, you know, I've been feeling a little bit blue lately and I think it might be because of blah 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 blah, you know, can I just talk about this for a little while? You know, you'll feel better. It's unburdening yourself, and it also helps to build a bond between you and the person that you're talking to, right? So keep things simple. Make that your mantra for the week. So I think we'll leave that there. I really hope that this reading serves you well and guides you well over the next week. Look out next week for the full moon reading. Like I say, I will release that on Sunday to Cosmic Clan members. Again, if you want to become a Cosmic Clan member and you want to access all of my YouTube content a whole day before it's released to the public, just follow the link down below to Patreon. Get yourself signed up. There's lots of benefits other than that. There's lots of other benefits too, to being a beautiful Cosmic Clan member. So go and have a look at that. But that full moon video will be out on Sunday for Cosmic Clan members, and it will be released on Monday, so a day before the full moon. The full moon will be on Tuesday. So look out for that next week, because that's going to be an important one. It might be a longer reading. We'll see what happens when next week comes around. I am moving house. Hopefully, fingers and toes crossed, I will be moving house next week. So I want to make sure that this content gets to you on time. So I'll do my very best to do that for you guys, and obviously we'll be streaming as well on Monday, the day before the full moon. So don't miss that. That will be on Twitch. Again, link is down below if you want to come and join us live. We'll be doing viewer readings and all that good stuff. So yeah, lots going on. Pluto going into retrograde in Capricorn as well on Tuesday the 27th. Same day as the full moon, so there'll be a reading for that too. So there's a lot of content coming your way, as well as Twin Flame Tuesday, which obviously is tomorrow and then next Tuesday and every Tuesday forever. So make sure that you look out for Twin Flame Tuesday as well. Tomorrow, that video will come out, and we'll be looking at the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, with regards as not just to the twin flame journey and the divine masculine and feminine energies within oneself, as we usually do, but also with regards to this stuff, you know, and the end of this energetic phase, and we'll be wrapping that up. So anyway, I will stop talking at you. I will love and leave you. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and remember that you are important and you are valued and you are loved. And I will see you guys in the next one.